Hello! We've come into a new dimension here. Welcome all to the Duke's C-137. Invitation to see a review of how we enjoy ourselves in our crazy little mind of our own. But we got ourselves a hotel room for the night, and we told somebody that we would talk about the hats that we all have. We have been collecting tons and tons of hats for a while now. We've bought probably more than we need to, but we have now gained a very interesting hat collection. So for tonight's video, here amongst everything, we are going to show you all how the Duke enjoys himself with a hat party. This is our room for the night. Have everything set up with our laptop playing the music, with some Jade Cicada from Wakan playing in the background. Our nice little lovely king-size bed set up sleep up for the night. And our nice little hat collection. So, as for right now, we have started off with the winter hat of nice little mohawk. Then our cousin was kind enough to gift this hat to us. Nice little leather one. We then found this lovely beauty at the mall this year. A nice little wizard hat with our button that was gifted to us by Nigel, the man that creates the Dream Emporium. He was kind enough to come over and actually hand present me a Dream Emporium button, so that's what, since I was working and not actually doing site-ups this year. It would be nice to do site-ups again, just saying. Pirate hat. Going for a Swanee Halloween, where we are going to be doing a Spider-Man. Pirate Spider-Man. This is our new one that we picked up today at Goodwill. Quite enjoy it. I'll be wearing it for the rest of the year, probably. This is the one we picked up in Boston, and we've been wearing for the past month or two. Plain, nice black, which we have been wearing for show calls, and at the same time, the trilby that we're having made for us is going to be a leather trilby of black, so we'll be able to wear that for show calls. This is our Festy hat that this is actually our second one. Our first one we wore through, destroyed. This one was gifted to us by our younger brother, and at this point we have all the festival pins from the past year to 2 years that we've been festivaling with. So these are all from 2001 on. So Michigan pin, just because we're from Michigan, we'll go through these real quick. Elements just helped build that this year. Bonnaroo helped build that this year. Pyro did that one and was gifted this pin 2 years ago now. Electric Forest every year. This is something in the water. This one was gifted to me by somebody randomly. This was having a beer with cash because we couldn't have a beer on the job site. This is feather falling out. Summer camp from 2023. Martha's Vineyard went to earlier this year. This is from Spunfest from 2 years ago. Ravenscoon, a Fire Nation with our Lucid Lions pin. Then we have our Living That Pirate Life that we got down in Orlando, snagged from Disneyland. And then Don't Tread on Me with our Navy Retired. Then our Alice with Little Flower, Wakan from last year, Halloween from last year, and then Farewell that we just did. And I know we're missing one or two, should be on there. And then this is our ATL, the Vortex. The Vortex in Atlanta. We had gotten this hat before we went to Atlanta last year. David Bowie on the side. So this is one we've been wearing for a little over a year. This was last year's, and we've taken all the pins off, so this was what had all the pins that we wore on for last year, but we retired this one, basically. This was the first one we bought for this year, and we just haven't really gotten around to wearing it much since the spring, so it's kind of like this was the spring one, and then we kind of went to this being our summerish fall one. Now having a winter one, basically. And then these, we have all our E.T. Gremlins and Log, and Trippy Face from Veronin. And this was a handmade pin. I got like 2 years ago, and that cord is bugging me. So, this is our Trilby, what am I saying? Our bowler, so many terms. Our one bowler hat that we have. We had let our nieces and nephews color all over it, but the chalk and the coloring has faded over the years. And then we have our bicycle day in our bones pin in the back. This one we just randomly picked up. Figure if we ever want to go jamming again, we can just be wearing this thing. And then this was a top hat that was ground scored at Halloween last year. I have no clue whose it was, but if you want it back and you remember that it was yours, I found it underneath the Spirit Lake stage last year, so it's there to be collected. And then an actual top hat of a top hat. So yes, a hat for many seasons, many varieties, many personas, and all of them are a bit of me. So, as everyone always constantly is asking, are you crazy? Do you have multiple personality disorder? Are there multiple people inside of yours? No, there is just I, this crazy zany person that loves hats, loves the cosplay, loves the costume. I've been doing theater my whole life. I'm now part of the music industry, and you gotta have variety, you gotta have change, because if you go with the same mundane rigmarole every day, in and out, you're gonna go crazy. I'm going crazy with almost everything that I do, but I need it to keep my own sanity in this world that just, you gotta keep a delusional head on your shoulders to enjoy everything if you're gonna say that we live in a great world. It's a great world. It is. It truly is. Can be so much more and so much better. And that's what we're working on. So, from the Duke, C-137, signing out.